is a series on Amazon Prime. Prime, Prime. The first season and the first episode is titled When the Doorman is Your Main Man. And this episode follows a girl named Maggie that lives in a New York City Manhattan apartment. Each time she leaves or returns with a date, the building's quiet but observant doorman called Guzman carefully watches the man she brings home. He rarely says much, but his facial expressions say everything, everything, everything. When a man seems arrogant or disrespectful, Guzman gives him a cold, disapproving stare, stare, stare. Eventually, Maggie notices this and confronts him about it. We see a montage of Maggie's dating life, from the flashy finance guy who seems self-absorbed to a charming but unreliable artist, and other short-lived romances that lack substance. After each one, Guzman gives his firm disapproval of these men. Side note, I think it's a great idea that she has a man like this to guide her. And I think that when you're infatuated by a man, you not see all the red flags about him. So it's good to have somebody by the side that can take note of these red flags and call your attention to them. Back to the story. Eventually, Maggie brings home a man who is kind and attentive. And Guzman notices the difference immediately. This time he approves of this man, and this makes Maggie very, very happy. However, the relationship unexpectedly ends when the man tells Maggie he isn't ready for anything serious. Maggie is left heartbroken and humiliated. When she starts crying, Guzman gently asks her what happened, and She explains everything through her tears, tears, tears. Guzman's reaction is protective of her, but highly disappointed with this young man whom he once gave his approval to. Soon afterwards, Maggie discovers that she is pregnant from that relationship. She tells the young man about the pregnancy, but he says he's not ready to be involved. Side note, why do some men do this? You're old enough to sleep with a woman and get her pregnant, but suddenly you're not ready enough to take responsibility of your actions. I find it so ridiculous and very, very sad. If you're old enough and ready enough to lay down and plant your seed in a woman, you should be ready enough to raise a child if the situation comes down to that. Now Maggie decides she wants to keep the baby and raise it on her own. She eventually tells the doorman, and he is very much committed to assisting Maggie in raising this child. From that point on, he becomes even more attentive, helping Maggie out with groceries and checking on her quietly to ensure that she's safe. Maggie gives birth to a baby girl, a beautiful baby girl, and we see scenes of her navigating motherhood. She's exhausted, she's lonely, and she's in self-doubt. But Guzman was always there by her side to assist her.